Hey everybody, welcome to Miss Terry's 52 Cupcake Recipe Challenge. Today we are doing cupcake recipe number 32, 20 to go. So this one we made the cookie dough cupcake, and let me tell you how I did this one. For the cupcake itself, I used a cup and a half of flour, 1 cup of sugar. I used a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. I used 2 teaspoons of, let me just do the dry ingredients. I did 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That was my dry ingredients. I mixed those all up. And then in my KitchenAid, I mixed up a 1/2 cup of olive oil and a 1/2 cup of buttermilk, and I used 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, my 2 large eggs, mixed all that up and put my dry ingredients in. So this was basically the basic vanilla cupcake recipe, but just added the 1/4 cup of the packed brown sugar in it. So I baked them at the temperature of 350 degrees, and these cupcakes here, so you see they have a little divot in them. It's because for these I baked it, these were the first batch I put in, and I put them in for 14 minutes, and then when I checked them, they weren't quite ready yet, so I added another minute, and then I checked them again, and then I added another minute. So it was a total of 16 minutes, but because I kept opening the oven door, I think I was letting some of the heat out, and it really changed how the cupcake baked itself. But I'm still going to serve these even though they have the little indent in it. As you can see, these themselves I baked for 16 minutes exactly and didn't open the oven. So these tops came out kind of flat without the crater in it, if you will. So when I put the batter together, I put maybe filled the cupcake up about 1/4 of the way full, and I took just regular store-bought cookie dough in the tube. It was like the Pillsbury tube of cookie dough, and I cut like a 1/2-inch slice, and then I cut that into 4s, and I made these little balls. They're little dough balls. And I put them in the freezer, and I waited until they were frozen. So when I poured about 1/4 of the way up with my batter, I then plopped one of these frozen cookie dough balls inside, and then I filled the rest of the cupcake up to where it is the 2/3 full. So inside the cupcake we have the cookie dough itself, okay? So again, 350, 16 minutes exactly. Don't open the oven because you'll get craters, okay? All right, so let me tell you how I actually made the icing. This is the cupcake all finished. So with the icing itself, I used 2 sticks of butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and so 2 sticks of butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and I used a 1/4 cup again of packed brown sugar, and I used 1/3 cup of flour. I mixed those up first, and then I added 2.5 cups of the confectionery sugar and mixed that up. My dough was a bit stiff, so I added 2 tablespoons of milk in with the batter too and mixed it up. And then I put in 3/4 of a cup of these little mini chocolate chips and put that in the icing as well. So my icing actually, you can see all the specks in it, actually looks like cookie dough. And then the rest of, let me tell you, the rest of the cookie dough that I had left over, I still did the, cut it in slices, and then cut it in 4s again, and then made these little tiny balls, and it gave me these little tiny cookies to be able to put on top. So I didn't waste the rest of the dough itself. So we're just going to decorate the cupcake itself now. Alright, just squeeze it all in there. Lots of icing. This icing is yummy. It tastes like cookie dough, the icing itself. So I'm not sure if I had to actually put the cookie dough in the batter. I don't think I had to with this icing, but I did anyway, so it's a nice surprise inside. Nice. And then some of your little chips you can sprinkle on top for added decoration. How do you like my cute little cupcake stand Rick and Piper got for me for Christmas? It's all cute and girly, bling bling. It's cute. And then you just top them with your leftover cookies, and with them sitting in the icing, they're going to soften up too and be good. But how cute is that? It looks like cookie dough. It's going to taste like cookie dough. Nice. And that's a cupcake. So let's go ahead and eat one of these cupcakes. Or you know what, I'm not going to waste the cookie. We're going to a party. It is New Year's Day. Happy New Year's, everybody. And they told me to bring my cupcakes. So I'm going to decorate a few and bring them. But I have to taste it to make sure they're good. Okay, so let me go ahead and open this one. Yum! Without making a mess. Ooh, it's going to be good. Mm-hmm. With the chocolate chips in there, makes it a little chewier to eat, but it tastes like cookie dough. It is so good. Yum. I could just eat the icing. If you like cookie dough, you have to make this cupcake. It is really good. All right, so again, Happy New Year. This was cupcake recipe number 32. We have 20 more to go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for next week's recipe. Bye now.